How's it going, Dave? Thank you very much for having me on the channel today. So let's talk about Everton versus Wolves, shall we? So when it comes to this sort of game, I think right now, both of us being around that bottom end of the table is kind of a shame, really. I mean, to be honest, looking at your recent run, I honestly don't think you guys deserve to be as far down as you are. A lot of the defeats you've had have been fairly narrow. I mean, there have been a couple of games where you have lost by a 2-goal deficit, but overall, you guys have been doing really well. You've been doing something that Everton haven't done in quite a while, and that's find the net. So I am not optimistic for this game. I think my optimistic result for this game would probably be a 0-0 result, just for the fact that we can't seem to hit a barn door. But on the other hand of it, and not to sound like one of those sorts of people, but I feel like the one issue with Wolves at the moment is the fact that you kind of open at the back. So this could be a game where we might try and close the shop and go for a cheeky 1-0 win. Or just for the fact that we've got about, I think we've got about 6 games against top 4, well, major opposition, should we say. So we've got a run of games where we're going to be facing the likes of Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. We've got all the big hitters coming up in this space of less than a month. So we've got to deal with all that. So we may potentially even come out of this and try and, use this game as sort of like a bit of a sponge game. So we're just going to soak up whatever you hit at us and then we're just going to move on. I don't want that to be the case. I want every game at Goodison to be a great game where both teams put the effort out. But the way we're playing at the moment, I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, I think this one might be potentially a 0. I think if I was to make a prediction right now, I would say 0-0 this game's going to be. I think Sean Dyche will probably end up turning around and saying, you know what, let's park the bus and just play like that, as we always do, and try and get them on the counter, which never works. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on the channel, mate, and hope to see you guys all down at Goodison on Wednesday. Take care and peace.